Hello and welcome to my first ever 100 days video where we will be playing 100 days in one of my favorite farming sims to ever exist, and that is Fields of Mistria. Fields of Mistria is kind of like if Stardew Valley met Sailor Moon and they had a baby. This honestly would be the game. It's magical, it's whimsical, and has pink animals, and I want to play 100 days. I'm going to split this video into 4 parts, 1 video per season since I couldn't make this video any shorter. I don't really have any rules or requirements for this 100-day video as it's my first time, and I just want to complete as much of the story as possible. Now, I will give this video a huge spoiler warning, so if you haven't yet played the game or its newest update, there will be spoilers from here until the end, of course. Now, before we do get started, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Come join our cozy little family. Now, let's play 100 days in Fields of Mistria, starting with spring. Now, I'm going to say this is day 0 instead of day 1 because we are introduced to our first 2 main characters in our story in Fields of Mistria. We have Eland and his sister Adeline. Now, they're talking and discussing about the earthquake that recently happened around Mistria, and they need to find somebody to come and rebuild the town. How about the town, do a bit of farming? I wonder who it could be. Of course, it's gonna be me, and we are chucked straight into character customization. I want my character to be very cute, very whimsical looking. Same with my farm, so I decided to name my farm Sunflower Farm. I'm born in 411. My name is my normal name, and this is my little cute character. Isn't she adorable with her little purple outfit and pink hair and purple bandana? We're then chucked straight into some more story, and we come across a broken bridge, and then we run into the ever so lovely Balor. I don't know, is he gonna be like marriage material? I don't know, I think I have some other choices in mind first. Anyway, he hops over to come and see me to make sure I'm okay. He explains to me that he is a traveling merchant and asks if I'm here at Lady Adeline's request, which I answer, yes I am. And then, like a gentleman, he leads the way and hops across the bridge, and I hop along after him. He takes me down to where my farm is, and it's nighttime already, but we do run into the ever so gorgeous Eland, a potential husband that I have on my list. We then bid farewell to Balor, who is off to the inn, and follow Eland over to my farmhouse. Here I have a house with 4 stout walls, as he describes, and rich with history. Inside, we bump into his sister, Adeline, who is caught in a moment of trying to fix up the house for me to make it look nice. She doesn't want to be seen during this process, so we wait outside for her. She comes out of the house and lets us know it is all finished, and then I can now officially move in. Here's the inside of my house. It's super cozy. I love it. Can't wait to decorate it for myself though. I don't need a quick tour because I have played Fields of Mistria before, and Adeline gifts us with some vegetable soup. Now Adeline and Eland leave me be, and I head to bed, ready to start my first day in my new farm. So here we are officially on day 1 on my farm, and Celine is here to greet us. I love Celine. I think she's such a cute character. Definitely want her to be my best friend. She introduces herself to me and gives me a hoe to help with my farming, and also kindly gives me some tulip seeds to get started. We hear a horse whinny in the distance, and along comes another one of my potential husbands, Hayden. I love a rancher and anyone who loves animals. They're always the ones I tend to go for in farming sims, and Hayden is no exception. Hayden gives me another very important tool for farming, a watering can, along with some turnip seeds. Thank you, Hayden. I'll be seeing you later. Now that Celine and Hayden are gone, I need to get to work on farming. I planted the 3 turnip seeds and also the 3 tulip seeds. Of course, remember to water them. I do tend to forget to water my crops every now and then, so scream at me if you see me forget one of these days. I then thought it was right for us to head into town and see what's about. We bump into the beautiful Adeline, who wants to show us the request board. The first request on the board is obviously from Adeline, and she wants us to go and meet all of Fields of Mistria's residents. So off we go to find them all. The first person I run into is Holt. He runs the shop. I find him quite amusing. His humor is very much the same as mine, a good old pun. We then run into his wife, Nora. She also runs the shop with him. And she's also the Chamber of Commerce for the Saturday market, which I hope to have open on my first week. Heading into the inn, we bump into the ever so sweet Rena, her mother outside, Josephine, a small child called Maple, who's Josephine's daughter,
another child named Dell, and also a child named Luce, who absolutely loves bugs. I love bug catching too, so we have that in common. We then meet Josephine's husband, Hemlock, who also runs the inn. Now, how do I say this one's name? Is it Reese, Rice, or Rias? Somebody help me out. Anyway, he runs the carpenter shop with his uncle, another potential husband added to the list. We meet grumpy old March, who I absolutely adore as well. I don't know what it is about him. There's just something about him, okay? He's added to the potential list. And then we meet Ulrich. Why? Why did they not allow us to have this as a romanceable option? Why? We meet Valan, who runs the local clinic. Juniper, who is definitely my female crush in this game. She's just so mysterious and feisty, and let's be honest, I love her doggy. I do. Her dog is so cute. And speaking of the dog, here is Dozy, the ever so cute and adorable sweet little Dozy. We then meet Elise, who is very posh and elegant. She lives in the main mansion. Landon, who also works at the carpenter shop. Errol, who runs the museum, and let's be honest, look at those shoulders. Eland is also here, and we met him earlier. He's also on the list. Of course he is. And then Terrifia. I think I'm saying her name correct. Anyway, she loves to do a spot of fishing. And then we run into one of the most important characters in the game, sweet Henrietta. How I end up forgetting about you, Henrietta. I do apologize. Now that we have met everybody, we need to now go to the manor house and let Adeline know that we've met everybody and we can claim the reward from our quest. We get potato seeds, gold, and also some renown, which works out to be very important throughout the rest of the game. So remember renown. I then decided to finish off my day by doing a little bit of foraging. I found these cattails, so I made sure I got those, and I also found some berries. Then I headed back to my farm and decided that I wanted to plant these potato seeds now rather than later. I leveled up in my farming, planted my seeds, and then we headed off to bed. Here's the roundup of spring day 1. We did okay. I think we made quite a bit of renown and gold. We also leveled up our town ranking to level 1 wood. We managed to claim some money, then it leveled up again to level 2. We claimed this hood, and then we got to about quarter of the way at the next level. That wasn't bad for our first day. Day 2 is here, and we are alerted by a loud banging sound outside the door. Eland is here and he is trying to chop down this massive tree, but is failing miserably. So he hands me the axe and I get my magical powerful muscles and I get rid of that tree and the stump. The tree disappears and behind it we find a statue of a dragon, but the head has fallen off. I then help him to assemble the head back on top of the dragon statue, and then he proceeds to tell me about the dragon statue and the historical society, and I'm intrigued. Like, what is this dragon gonna do? What mysterious powers does it hold other than what he's telling me that he already knows? This is ours to find out. He lets me keep the axe, which is very kind, and then I proceed to go and carry on with my farming duties by watering my crops. And then because I have an axe, I can now chop away these little pieces of wood that are in the way on my farming plot. Also, we have some mail. It is from Errol at the museum. He wants us to go and see him. We'll make sure to stop by and see him today. First of all, I need to go see one of my potential husbands, Hayden. Make sure he's okay. You know, make sure the animals are okay. And then I proceed to go to the beach to check out what I can find over there. We found some shells and some little bits. Nothing too crazy, nothing too important. I then head on over to the museum to meet Errol to see what he wants. He comes running over to us as soon as we enter the museum and explains to us about the exhibits and how the museum needs to rely on my donations of crops, bugs, fishes, things I find to help it grow and also grow my renown, which is the most important part. And because I'm a little hoarder, I already have a couple of things to donate to the museum today. I received a couple of rewards for donating, which is great. We received this farmer's cap, which I'm probably never going to wear. And we also had a chest full of some gold. I headed into town and bumped into Eland, who obviously is another husband. And we also found Rena talking to my other husband, March. Excuse me, Rena, this is my potential husband, although I am aware I can't take all the men in Mistria. Anyway, we run over to the quest board and I receive my gifts from leveling up my renown for the town. We receive a hood and also some money. I then claim the requests on the board and I'll probably forget about them. By the end of this video, I will have a whole list of quests. One of the quests though did want me to go and see our lovely Ulrich, the one who's been denied of relationships with us. He is obviously the blacksmith and he tells me about the mines that he would love to open back up again, but Errol says it's forbidden, you know, you shouldn't open it. Anyways, he gives me a worn pickaxe, which is great because I do have some pesky rocks on my farm that I really would like to get rid of. Whilst I'm having a lovely lovely chat with Ulrich, March butts in. I love March. He's a softie, really. We just gotta break that hard shell exterior and get to the squishy bits. Anyway, he is giving us attitude. Of course he is, because it's just his hard front that he gives us. But Ulrich is like, yeah, you know, just ignore him. He's lovely, really. I know Ulrich. Although I do wish I could marry Ulrich. Please, let us marry Ulrich. Anyway, with my worn pickaxe and my renown, I head back to the farm to destroy those pesky rocks I was talking about. Be gone, rocks. I went to store the things in my storage chest in my house, but honestly, it's just so annoying having to keep running back and forward inside my house to store things. So I'm gonna pop it outside. And then decided to go and head around Mistria to explore a little bit more, grab some artifacts to donate to the museum, grab just this, that, and basically hoard. Just what I like to do. I found the dig site and we found a couple of things here that we can donate, which is great because it goes right towards our renown, and more renown the better because the more things we'll unlock. I headed to the museum to donate the things that I found today, and it's quite a few. We found like a total of 5 things, which is great for our renown. I then carried on foraging for the rest of the day because that's what I just love to do. I think any game where it involves me collecting a bunch of things, I'm sold. After a long hard day of foraging, it was time to head to bed. We then had a dream about the dragon statue, Caldorus. He explained to us who he is and thanked us for fixing his shrine. We have awoken him, which is great, I hope. I hope it's a good reason. He lets us know about magical essence that has returned back to Mistria and that we should start collecting it. The essence we can offer to the shrine so that we can upgrade our skills. We will go talk to our lovely dragon friend in the morning. Here's a summary of day 2. I think we did quite good. We got a lot of renown, that's for sure. We leveled up the town again to level 3. And then again to level 4 and unlocked even more rewards. And then again to level 5. Who is she leveling up this fast? I thought we were going to reach level 6, but we were just shy a little bit. Now here we are on day 3. We have some mail and it's from Adeline. She wants us to meet her by the broken bridge. The one from the beginning. We will definitely go and meet her there a little bit later after we've done my farming duties. I leveled up in farming whilst watering my crops and then went over to speak to our new dragon statue. He is explaining to me again about the essence and that it comes in the form of small purple orbs. You'll get it from farming, fishing and mining and all sorts of activities around Mistria, and then we can spend it at his statue. Once we are done talking to him, I decide to carry on foraging on my way towards the town. We bump into Nora on our way into town, and I always like to talk to all of the people as I walk past them because it does help improve friendship, even if you're only just speaking to them and not gifting them. Every little bit helps. We go over to claim our rewards and we actually get some money. We get 2 lots of gold this time. And the cosmetic we unlocked is an adventurer's jacket. Be something I won't wear. As for quest, we have one for blueberries. Again, I'll probably ignore that for the longest time. Run into a couple of my future husbands, Ulrich, who we can't actually marry, and I'm so sad about it. And also Rice, or Reese. Please someone tell me, although I won't know by the end of this video. We then went and wished March a happy good morning, because I love to give him good vibes. Headed on over to the museum and donated the one thing that I found. I mean, one thing is better than nothing, right? I then continued to forage around Mistria because I forgot about the quest of the bridge, let's be honest. If I can't pin the quest, I will forget about it. We ventured to the beach, collected some things on the beach, and then just, yeah, remembered. We just all of a sudden remembered at 4:10 in the afternoon that, wait, we need to go meet Adeline at the bridge. So we went to the bridge and there, standing there, is Nora, Bulric, and Rias. And they're going on about how we need to repair the bridge. And guess what? Guess who it's left to? To find the items to repair the bridge. Yep, that's right. All I have to do is gather stone, wood, and spend my gold to repair the local bridge. I can do that. I then decided to head around town for a little bit and hand in some of the quests accidentally because I didn't realize that Valen was looking for this mushroom, but there we go. We've claimed some extra gold from it. I then remembered that you can actually go into the inn and grab a bowl of soup every day to replenish some of your stamina. Now here we are. This is what we need for the bridge. We need 50 wood and 50 stone, so we best get to work. I start by chopping down some of the wood around my farm because it needs to go anyway for me to expand my farm. So I ended up doing that for the rest of the evening till we got exhausted, and then we decided to go to bed. We had another pretty good day for day 3, and we also leveled up our town ranking again to level 6. Nearly level 7. Not quite, we were just shy of level 7. Now here we are on day 4, and it's Rice's birthday, and honestly, I don't know what to do for their birthdays. Am I supposed to gift them? Because I don't. Anyway, day 4 is the best day ever because it is raining, which means I do not have to water my crops, so I can use all my energy elsewhere. I started by clearing some of the rocks around my farm just because I know I need them to repair the bridge. We then went to speak to the statue to see how he was doing, you know, check in on everybody, even your statues. And I checked out some of the skill points. Got a few skill points to spend, so I chose to redeem Unbeatable. I then went around and chopped some more of the wood around my farm, and then went into town to claim my reward from leveling up the town ranking. We claimed these adventurer pants. We had 2 quests waiting for us on the quest board, and one of them means we have to go see Luce at the inn. This means we're finally going to have a bug net. I love catching bugs in games. If you watched any of my other gameplays, if there's bug catching, I am sold. So here we are with Luce and Hemlock. Luce is showing off the swing of the bug net. Go them. They talk to us a little bit about bugs and how we're going to need to donate them to the museum, and then I get a free bug net out of it. I then claimed my free bowl of potato soup. Yummy. I don't think I've ever had potato soup in real life. And then I decided it was time to go to the shop and check out what was going on in the shop. The bag upgrade is 1,000 gold, and I feel like I can't resist. As a hoarder, I need the extra bag space, okay? I know it's only day 4, but I'm struggling already. We run into the beautiful Balor and Eland on our way around town. And also, of course, I had to drop in to say hello to my One Love March. I say One Love, but then has a list of potential love interests. We donated some bits to the museum, and then I headed over to the river to grab some water chestnuts. I want to stock up on these because these mixed with the berries when you start cooking is a very good stamina regain for early game. I then continued again to look around for more things to donate to the museum. After all that bug catching and foraging, it was time for us to head to bed. Here is our summary of day 4, and we gained some renown, which means we've leveled up to level 7 and level 8. Look at us go. And halfway to level 9 already. Now, day 5 is a Friday, which means it's Friday night at the inn. You'll see in this series that it's a running thing that I forget about Friday night at the inn, so I'm gonna forget. Anyway, we'll water our crops because it's not raining today. I can then continue to destroy some of the rocks around my land. Then we're going to do a little spot of foraging throughout the day. Go talk to Hayden, my lovely future potential husband. Donate a few things to the museum, which we've unlocked a few little prizes. We were also followed by Hayden. Wonder why that was. Hey, Hayden. Anyway, I got an egg out of one of the chests, so I decided to gift it to him. We also unlocked this fun little hat. And then I thought, you know what? I need to do a spot of cooking. I keep running out of energy too quick. So I did some cooking at the inn. We popped some water chestnuts with some berries. I made this little snack that will definitely fill us up a little bit. And then by the time I was done with my cooking, it was pretty much Friday night at the inn. Most of the people were here. Now, if you haven't experienced Friday night at the inn in Fields of Mistria, I do recommend it. I won't be showing it off in this 100 days video because there's a lot to read. And honestly, it's just fun to read all the conversations that are going on around the inn. So definitely recommend that you go and talk to everyone when you visit the inn on Friday nights. After being in the inn, I decided to go pick up my rewards from the middle of town. We got 2 rewards this time. We got some gold and we also got some little shoes. Then on the board, we claimed our 2 quests. Juniper wanted some lilac, and I'm pretty sure I have lilac. If not, I know where to get it. I did a little bit of foraging on the way back to my farm, and because I still had some stamina left, I thought, you know what, I'm going to smash some of these rocks up and see if I have enough for the bridge. And look, lo and behold, we do. So off to the bridge I go, and I add the required materials to the little box, and there we have it. We have all the required materials for the bridge to be fixed. I went back to the inn to find Adeline, but then found Juniper, handed in the lilac to her, and then triggered a cutscene. Juniper is in her house, baths, I think it's the baths, that's where it is, and she's boiling up something that's really stinky. In come the 3 little children who remind me of the Goonies. You know when they're exploring things, like trying to investigate why something is why it is? Yeah, they're like the little Goonies, and I love them so much. I love that film. The Goonies is so good. So Adeline needs the lilac to cover up the smell of the stinky potion that she's making. It doesn't really improve it too much. I tell her it smells like old wet socks because fertilizer is gonna be real stinky. Not that socks aren't stinky, but fertilizer smells like poop. Anyway, the children are not much help either. They say it smells disgusting, except Dell, who seems to have a fascination with gross smelling things. Anyway, she needs someone to test the potion, and guess who tests it? That's right, good old me. I lose all my health, I lose all my energy. What has this woman done to me? Like, really? Seriously. She refuses to take us to the doctor because she doesn't want that woman involved. Her words, not mine. So she offers me some free baths. We get 5 free baths after this, which I consider a result. Although I'm going to keep them till I really need them, or let's be honest, I'm probably going to forget and then use them later when I remember. So now that we finished being poisoned by Juniper, I'm going to head back to the inn and hand in some quests to Rena. We're going to hand in the request for visiting the sleeping inn for Friday night. Hand that one in so we get some mixed fruit juice and some renown. Hand her in a wild leek for a soup, which means we also get potato soup and renown. And then the last one, she requested some blueberries. For that, we're going to get a recipe for blueberry jam and also some more renown. I can't make the jam yet because I don't know how to make sugar. We then go to Adeline, finally, and let her know that we have supplied all the materials to fix up the bridge. So off we go, heading on over to the bridge to get it fixed. We have come over with Nora, Rias, and also Belor. Anyway, everyone gets to work on fixing the bridge, mainly Rias, because he's the brawn and the strength and the brain. I don't know. He's everything, I guess. That's why we love him. And now, because we've opened the bridge on a Friday night, which means we'll be able to have the Saturday market tomorrow. I did want to have the goal of getting the Saturday market in the first week, and we've achieved it. Anyway, since we had a bath at Juniper's, we're back to having full energy, but it's pretty late, so I'm gonna have to just go to sleep, which is a shame to waste it, but you go to sleep. Here is the 5th day of spring. I think it did pretty well. We leveled up to level 10 for the town with still wood, and then to level 11, which then changed the town ranking from wood to stone. We are on our way to being one of the best towns ever, and then straight away again, surprising me, to go up to level 11 for stone. Can't believe it. We woke up to 4 letters. One from Adeline giving us some copper ingot for ranking the town up. One from Juniper, a weather crystal ball, which will tell us the weather the next day. One from Eland about opening the mines, and one from Nora about the Saturday market. Today is going to be a busy day. We're going to put the weather ball inside my house, and tomorrow it says we're going to have a thunderstorm, which is great because that means I will not need to water my crops like I have to today. Not that I have many. I really should buy some more. Let's do a little spot of foraging, see what we can find this morning. Head on over to the museum, and here we are. Here's Eland, and here is Errol discussing the mines, of course. I'm going to tell them that they should open the mines. Like, it's a good idea. I want to go down the mines. I can handle things for myself. The mines, unfortunately, are not open today, but I did have stuff to donate. We got a little prize. We got some treasure, which give us some gold and flour. And we also got this jacket. Yeah, an explorer's jacket. I'm so happy, and so I decided to skip towards my rewards because I knew I had 3 to claim. We have gold, and also this little vial thing, which I didn't actually read what the name of it was, but it upgrades your stamina. Great, I love that. I then decided to head on over to the market after claiming my requests on the board. And when I'm at the market, I always chat to every single person that's here. We got Vera's hair store. We also have Darcy, who likes to sell confectionaries and food and recipes. We have Mary, who sells antiques. So furniture, you know I'm going to be living in Mary's stall. Of course I am. I want all that furniture soon. And Luis, who is our clothes store. Need a few different things, nothing that immediately screamed to me. After that, I decided it was finally time to buy some more seeds, so we went to the shop. I bought tulip seeds, potato seeds, turnip seeds, and the other yellowy flower, which I can't remember what it's called. I'm terrible at remembering the names of stuff. As soon as we got back, we got straight to work on making little plots for our seed. I decided to put 9 of each of the seeds down. We also leveled up in farming quite a bit while doing this. I think we leveled up a few levels. I then obviously had to water the crops, and tomorrow it's going to be raining, so I know I won't need to water them tomorrow, which is great. I then sold some leftover things in my bag, and then I realized I hadn't ticked off this quest to Nora of meeting every one of the vendors. So I did that and then continued the day foraging, and then eventually went to bed. So that was day 6 complete of spring. Oh yes, we leveled up again. We unlocked this bench, which is quite nice, and then leveled up again. So we're now level 13, and we're just at the tip of the next level. We awakened to rain just like the crystal ball promised, and 2 letters. One from Adeline, who wants me to meet her at the manor house, and one from Errol, who mentions about the ranking of the town and that the mines will be unlocked, which I'm very excited for. I picked all the crops that had grown on my farm, and then we went to visit the manor house. Adeline gives us a pretty simple request of just selling 10 random crops at home, so I can do that on my farm, so I can do that. That's easy. I had some stuff that I needed to donate to the museum, so again, back to the museum. I feel like I live here at this point. I do like a museum though. A museum in a game, do love it. And now it is time to finally head towards the mines. We meet up with Errol and also Eland, who tell me that they're very excited that the town ranking has improved and that, you know what, it's probably finally time that we open the mines. So they rip off the entrance to the mine so I'm allowed access, and we follow Eland inside. With the main shaft collapsed, we have to take the ladder down, but every 5 levels we can reset up the lift so that we can go back down to that set of levels. You know, just like usual, every 5 levels, you know how it works. There's also a dragon statue in here. I will be able to upgrade some of my skills at this statue as well, but not the ones that I can upgrade on my farm. This one will allow me to upgrade my combat and also my mining skills. Today I don't feel like is the day for mining right now, so I'm gonna do some foraging. I also headed into town, collected my rewards from the box and collected any requests off of the board. We had a recipe for the stone bench, so if I want to make some more of these cute benches, I definitely can. I went into Ulrich to give him his request of stone. He gave me some mining chair and some renown. We then went back to my farm and I added my bench in front of my dragon statue. I hope to one day have a very beautiful looking farm. We'll have a video on that for sure when we get to that point. I then decided to hand in some quests. We found Elsie, so I handed in her quest. She gave me renown and some snowdrop seeds. And then I went back to the river to collect my water chestnuts because I'm going to need those for my recipes. And then decided it was time. It was time for me to purchase a fishing rod. I'm not looking forward to fishing. I don't like fishing. Anyway, we spent the rest of the day foraging and now we're sleepy, so it's time for bed. Whilst we were sleeping, we had a dream of a familiar presence in the shape of a cat. I'm getting a cat, of course. Yes, I'm having a cat. There was only one name for this cat and it is Sockington. My cat's name is Socks. He's a little tuxedo with white feet. This cat was all black, but I did realize that I could customize it, so I change it in a second. Anyway, that day went really well. We upgraded our town rating again and unlocked a chest, which storage is much needed. On to day 8 we go. We awaken to a small little kitty outside of our house. I'm so excited to have a cat. You can choose between a cat and a dog. Anyway, the cat invites itself indoors. In true cat fashion, the cat wants to live with me. I'm more than happy to have Sockington live with me forever. You can pick up the cat, by the way, and just spin with cat on head. I realized you can customize it again, like I said, and I found a variation with white paws, so I was sold. That is my Sockington. We had a letter from Nora giving us some baked potato recipe, and then I had to get on with my farming duties of watering the crops. After that, we headed on into town like we do on our normal daily chores, went to claim my extra rewards. We had to get the quest. It is a request from March for some copper ore, so I feel like I'm going to need to go to the mines at some point very soon. We had a quest from Eland to hand in some shards, so we did that, and then you know what? Mines it is today. We've got nothing else left to do. This is my first time in the mines for this playthrough and I'm kind of very excited. Let's see how far down we can get. We found some copper ore, we fought some mushrooms and unlocked some toadstools which we can donate to the museum, and just proceeded to collect copper so that I could upgrade my tools. I found some bugs and I also found more mushrooms to defeat. I like these guys, they're so funny. Some would say maybe they're a fun guy. Anyway, we didn't make it very far. We made it to level 3 before I got tired, so I went to the museum, donated all the things that I found, which was quite a lot, and then used the rest of my leftover tiny bit of energy to go to the dig site. After that, I knew I had copper in my bag, so I went and found March, handed in his request. Of course, he was shocked, surprised by me. I'm here to shock and surprise him. He was teaching me how to use the anvil, because of course I do want to upgrade my tools at some point. Anyway, Adeline appears from out of nowhere. She is mystical, magical Adeline. I love her. She says March has to give me a lesson in blacksmithing, hence why I'll now be able to upgrade my tools. Very excited. After a lesson from our beautiful March, I decided to head back to my farm and just go and speak to the statue, see if there was anything that I could upgrade. We do have a few little things to upgrade, so I upgraded time sensitivity on blacksmithing and also fortified blacksmithing. I don't remember what these do. I mean, you're welcome to pause it and read it if you wish to know what they do. We gave my cat some pets, placed my new chest, and then headed off to sleep because I've run out of energy for the day. Day 8 went pretty well. We did quite a bit of foraging and we made quite a bit of gold and renown. We leveled up the town to level 15 and then nearly hit level 16. Now for day 9, we woke up to some more mail. It is another recipe from Nora, this time for sliced turnips. We continue to water our crops like a good farmer we are every single day. Then headed on into town, claimed our reward, checked the quest board. and then headed into the inn because I do need a little pick-me-up from some soup today. We're running a little low on energy. Cooked some more of those recipes with the water chestnuts and berries. Leveled up in cooking, which is great. We want to see some more leveling up going on. The quicker the better. After that, I did a little bit more exploring around the area, see if we could find any more artifacts or things to donate to museum. I've donated quite a lot from spring. I don't know if we'll find anything else. Also tried my luck at fishing. Here we are doing our first fishing lesson, and look at that. Caught a fish straight away, ready to donate to the museum. And then I found a pond skater. This evil little pond skater, which was so hard to catch. It took longer than what you saw in this video. Honestly, I was running around trying to catch it. We then proceeded to catch more fish throughout the day because, you know, these will donate to museum and means we'll get more renown, better upgrade for our stamina bar. It's all a plus. It's all a win. I foraged some more berries so we can make some more of those chestnut meals when we need to, did a bit more fishing, headed on back to my farm to sell what I didn't need anymore, and then for the rest of the day to use up my energy, I chopped some wood around my farm, and then all my energy was gone. I picked up my cat, and then went to bed. Day 9 went pretty good too. We're on a roll, I feel like, for pretty good days, but we didn't upgrade the town ranking today. It is now day 10 and Ulrich's birthday, which again, I don't bother with the birthdays because I just forget. We had a letter from Rias who wants us to meet him at the carpenter's place with 10 wood. I did pet the cat. I remembered to do that. And I remembered to water my crops like this. I'm getting very good at this. Some of our flowers were grown. They're daffodils. Okay, so the daffodils were grown, the turnips were grown. We're going to sell those because we need to make money desperately. We only have 1,881 gold. We need more. We then run into the town, collect the quests off the board, and run into a few of my future husbands. Rias was there actually, looking for some wood. So we gave him the wood. We went to the carpenter's building, and he is ready to teach us a lesson in crafting. Oh, I love a bit of crafting. Crafting means furniture, and furniture means decorating. He taught me how to make some fencing, which will come in handy when designing my farm, especially when we have some animals. Although I don't think the animals in this game eat your crops, so we'll be okay, but it's there for the aesthetic. There's our wood. We get to keep it, which is nice. It's not many pieces, only 5 pieces. We're not going to do much with it. I headed off to the museum, donated a couple more fish that I had got from earlier, and then I decided to go down the mines. Let's see how far we can get this time. I need to make sure I collect enough copper as well because I need to desperately upgrade these tools. I found this round blob thing and he was so annoying. He needed to go. Those round ones irritate me. The ones that look like rocks. Yeah. They're frustrating. Anyway, we made it to level 4. Unfortunately, not level 5 before I started to run out of energy. I don't know why I don't just take some more food down with me. I think I ran out of water chestnuts. That's why. Anyway, I gathered enough copper to make 2 copper bars, which is great. That will go towards making one of our tools upgraded. Just not enough though. We need 4 bars in total to upgrade a tool. I then decided I wanted to go to the shop, purchase a shovel, because I'm fed up with my farm just being some random little plot in the middle of my farm. I also checked through some of my quests, see what I had left to finish off, headed over to the farm, and then found out this little rock guy that I collected can be a hat. So might have to wear that one day. Anyway, it was a tiresome day, so I decided to head to sleep. Day 10 went really well. I think we did good. We also leveled up the town again to level 16 and unlocked some more goodies, and then unlocked to 17. Oh my gosh, we're just smashing through this leveling up. I don't know how many levels there are altogether, but we're getting there. We woke up the next day, watered our crops like we always needed to do, and then I decided to do a spot of fishing and didn't actually catch a fish. We caught fiber at first, and then we caught a fish. So the chub made up for it, and we can also donate it. I went to collect my rewards from leveling up the town, and then we went and collect our quests for the day. I collect these every day, but it doesn't mean I do them every day. I forget, like I said, and they're gonna just pile up on me. I needed a little bit more energy, so I claimed my free soup from the inn and then made some more of that trail mix. I think that's what it's called. We leveled up in cooking, which is always nice. I feel like cooking and crafting are the ones that take the longest to level up. On my way towards the mines, I decided to talk to all my husbands on the way. One of them was even doing a little bit of work outside, and I was like, ooh, hello. And then the one I want to be my husband, he's working hard, but I can't make him my husband. I'm so sad. Is it the want of wanting him, but you can't have him? Is that what it is? So it makes Ulrich more desirable. Anyway, we've gone down the mines, see how far we can get today. I would like to get to level 5, hopefully, and we didn't. We didn't make it to level 5. Nope, we made it to level 3. We're not doing so great at these mines. We need a little bit more energy. We donated what we found to the museum, which gave us a new little chest with some goodies inside. which was gold, and a recipe. We got a recipe for fish stew. And then we also got an outfit, a little farmer's overall outfit. Very cute. I got enough copper again to make some more copper bars, so I proceeded to go and do that. We leveled up in blacksmithing, which was great. And now I have enough to upgrade my pickaxe, which will mean I'll use less energy down in the mines because the rocks will smash quicker. My plan is working, apparently. I spent the rest of the day foraging around and seeing what I could find to donate to museum or just sell in general. Run into some friends at the beach, and Adeline wanted some turnips, so here you go, Adeline. Here's the turnips you requested. 10 turnips just for you. In return, she gave me 10 turnip seeds, so kind of paid for itself. Had a few more things to donate to the museum, and I claimed the prizes from those. We of course got another little chest with some gold and strawberry seeds inside. I'm going to need to plant those strawberries, and also some little booties. The strawberries are great because they keep growing every 3 days after they're grown. But we are tired. Can't plant any strawberries when you're tired, so off to bed we go. Spring day 11 went pretty well, I think. And so we wake up the next day, day 12, pet the kitty cat, of course, like we do every morning. And we have 2 letters, one for baked sweet root and one for mushroom stew. Thank you, Errol. I appreciate that. Today I decided to chop down some trees instead of watering my crops. And honestly, I'm watching this back and screaming like, why did you not water your crops? Why have you not done that first? Why are you clearing the area? But clearly I have a motive in mind. After clearing this space, it is now clear to me what I'm doing. I'm making a new plot for some seeds because I'm fed up with the mess. We bought the shovel, I might as well use it. So we claimed our quest from the quest board, went to the shop and bought some more strawberry seeds. I want to get these planted as soon as, because like I said, they grow every 3 days just by watering them without replanting them. And so it's a great way for us to make some quick money. I went to the inn, claimed my free soup, and then made some more trail mix. I then went back to my farm, cleared some more of the land so that we could make more areas for my crops. Just wanted to look a little bit tidier, a little bit cleaner, have a bit more organization going on. So I plant 9 turnip seeds, a level up in farming, and then head towards my main plot of farm that I had from the beginning, pick all the crops that need picking, water the crops that need watering, and then water the new patches of crops too. After that, we were definitely out of energy, so I decided to go to sleep. Day 12 went really well too. I think we're doing great on every day. I don't need to keep saying it. We leveled up our renown and now we're level 18. And today is another Saturday. And guess what I forgot to do yesterday? We wake up, pet the cat, pick all the crops that are grown, so my potatoes and my snowdrop flowers, and then water my new plot of crops. I really like them over in this corner. It's definitely more organized for now. We will change it up a little bit later. I then went to spend some of my points that I've got and decided to get green thumb and also refreshing. I also claimed one from fishing and also one from artifacts. We then headed into town to go check out the Saturday market. It's a great place to talk to everybody and gain those friendship points that you need to. And then while I was exploring, I found this hidden like stone structure over by the manor. Not sure what that's for yet. I headed onto the mine to see if I could upgrade any of my things here. We can upgrade combat. It's better than nothing. And now I'm hoping to get to level 5 today. Wish me luck. We found this random lantern thing that I had to kill and it was quite amusing. And look, we did it. We made it to level 5 with no energy left. None whatsoever. I went to the museum to donate my one thing that I found down in the mines that I haven't already donated. Went back to my farm, unlocked this super cute little mushroom hat, pet the cat, and went to bed because honestly, that was a long day. And we ran out of energy pretty quick from being in the mines. Day 13 went well. We made 1,000 gold. Nice. And we only leveled up a little bit. Renown, that's okay. So wake up, pet the cat, do the usual routine, and we came outside to water my crops and we meet Celine. Well, what is Celine doing here? Well, she was going to leave me a letter but thought it was better to come in person. Why is she such a sweetheart? She lets me know about the spring festival that's going to be happening on Wednesday. It requires us to collect flowers to decorate the town for spring. And there is prizes for someone who collects the most flowers. We got this. Celine will come and collect the flowers the morning of the festival. We had some mail from Adeline and she wants us to meet her again to talk about a mill. I get to work on watering my crops because they need watering every day and then decide to forage on our way into town. I collect my prizes from the little chest. This time we got a stone lamp, which is great. and then I collected the 2 quests from the board. I head over to the inn straight away to go meet Josephine, as this seems like it's part of the story quest. She wants to teach us how to cook. Little does she know I've already been using her kitchen to cook some trail mix, but there we go, there's no problem with learning again. After cooking for everybody and learning how to cook, even though we knew what to do, she did leave us a recipe, which was nice of her. I then proceeded to go around and find all my future husbands. We found March, of course. I adore him. I think I'm gonna work mainly on getting him into a relationship with me, see if it's worth it. And then we found Rice, my second choice. And then headed on over to the carpenter's shop and bought my very own crafting station because I didn't want to have to keep coming out to the town to craft anything. I'm gonna want to craft soon. And while exploring, I found this huge rock which I destroyed and then went over to this well which you can money into and unlock things. We unlocked a sapphire. I'm gonna have to definitely go back to that in the future and see what else it can give me. We then went to meet Adeline in the manor and she's standing here with Rice and Hayden, another one of my husbands I see. Both husbands, in fact. I feel like I've just claimed every man in Mistria that's available, even Ulrich that isn't. Anyway, they would like me to help contribute towards getting the mill back up and running. We of course need wood, we need stone, we need copper ingots this time, and also 1,000 gold. After our lovely meeting, I decided to do a spot of fishing, a spot of foraging, and then head back to my farm to use the rest of my energy up to collect some wood and stone because we're going to need it for our new project for reopening the mill. And then because I was out of energy, it was time for us to go to sleep. We had a pretty good day on day 14 and we didn't level up. Day 15 is here. We're up, we're petting our cat. And we don't need to water the crops because it is raining. Rainy days are my favorite in farming games. We had a quest on the board, so we claimed that. And then I headed on over to the inn to do a spot of cooking and made some trail mix. We also leveled up our cooking. Then it was time to head back down to the mines. I want to get to level 10 today, so let's see how we do. I got to work clearing these enemies and everything else around us. I want to make sure we also collect enough copper because we're going to need it. Until I got to level 9 and I was too sleepy. I'd eaten all my trail mix and so I had to just leave at level 9. It was devastating. I went to the dragon to see if I could upgrade any more of my skill points. I upgraded a couple of the mining skills, so we have those on the go now. And then I headed to the museum to donate whatever bits I had found in the mines. We got a couple of rewards from it, which was great. We got this chest with some sugar in there and also some gold. And we also got these shoes, but I didn't realize I had them on me until I got back to my farm. Anyway, we went to sell some bits that I don't need. I also have a beekeeper's hat now. Great. And then we went to bed. Day 15 was okay, I guess. And we didn't level up the town ranking. Day 16 is March's birthday. I'll have to remember that when I play another year of this game. The last lot of vegetables I was growing in this weird awkward patch in front of my house are finally done. So are my other turnips. Then we need to water our strawberries. And then I'm heading into town to collect our daily quest from the board. I want to head over to the anvil and see what tools I can make. We still need to make some more copper ingots. So I go ahead, make some more. I can at least make 4 more to make another tool. So that's great. I decide to upgrade my axe because, you know, it always goes pickaxe, axe. That's the rules, that's how it is. That's the order you should do it in. I had a spare copper ingot and Balor was looking for one, so I gave it to him so that we could get some more renown and some more gold. And then I decided to hand in a few other quests around the town just to get them done. Earn that renown, you know, earn that gold. After that, I went into the shop to buy some more seeds because we're only growing strawberries at the moment. We buy 9 turnip seeds, 9 potato seeds, 9 cabbage seeds, 9 daffodil seeds, and 9 tulip seeds. I then head back to my farm and start clearing more of the area. I want to have a nice area for all my crops to grow that's just tucked out the way in the corner here for now. We'll worry about designing it later, like I said. After that, I've lost all my energy, so it is time to go to bed. We leveled up our renown, which is great, and we're so close to being level 20. Day 17 is the Spring Festival. I am so excited. I love all the festivals and events in farming games. We were greeted by Celine. Hello, Celine. She is here to collect our flowers that we have been collecting for the last couple of days. She can't stay though. She's got to run. She's got to go set everything up for the event. I'm very excited to attend it after I've done my farming duties. I made a couple more plots for my crops and planted those and then proceeded to water everything. I have so many crops. It takes so long to water. Like, why do I do it to myself so early on? I sell my strawberries, but keep one to donate to the museum. And then we head into town to celebrate the spring festival. It's so beautifully decorated. I wish it looked like this all the time. Now, Josephine takes center on the stage to announce the winner of the spring festival. In third place, our lovely Errol. How exciting, he came third. I'm hoping I come first. In second place, it's me. I didn't come first. Who beat me? Who beat me at this flower game? In first place, Celine. Okay, it's Celine. I can look past it being Celine, okay? She is literally a flower herself. Anyway, congratulations to everybody. We have been gifted some baskets of flowers. I'll be putting those in my house later on. I might as well talk to everyone since everyone is gathered here in the town center. It makes it easier, you know, to find them all. I did also check out some of the stalls, and one of the stalls had this flower crown. This flower crown was mine. There was no hesitation here. Put it straight on. We look so cute. Look at our character now. After that, I ran to the museum to donate our strawberry and then continued the rest of my day foraging. And then we went back home where I placed my cute little flower baskets. How adorable do they look? I can't wait to properly decorate my house. I then realized I forgot to collect my reward for my renown. So I went and collected that. Also collected our daily quest off the board. I still have a little bit of stamina left, so we might as well do a little spot of fishing, see what we can get to donate to the museum. And then after that, we run out of energy, so it's time to go to bed. And look at that, we're now officially level 20 and our town rank is copper. We're doing great at this. It is now day 18 and I do not need to water any crops because it is raining. We have 2 letters, one containing a strawberry shortcake and the other containing a recipe. I then go and collect my reward and then my quest from the board. Then I think it's time to head down the mines today. Let's see how far we can get. We make it to level 12, which is amazing. I'm so glad we made it that far. But we are now running low on energy, and to be honest, it's getting pretty late. The time is catching up before the energy, so let's quickly donate everything we need to the museum, collect our rewards, head on home, and go to bed. While we're sleeping, we have a dream about our dragon statue, Caldrus. He's letting me know that the magic is returning to Mistria. He can feel it, and that we are going to be granted some magical powers. This is probably my favorite spell, is the one you get at the beginning, because it allows you to fully restore your energy and your health. It's great. I love this spell. I use it a lot, but it does take like 4 days to replenish, so that's the only downside to it. But you do unlock more to your mana bar, so you can use it more often, but that happens later on. We leveled up just ever so slightly, not enough to level our actual renown up, and then here we are. It is a Friday. Let's see if I remember to actually go to the inn today. I sort through last night's collection and pop it away safely into my chest, and I actually found this little hat. It's kind of cute. I like it. I like this hat. Let's get to watering my crops though, our daily chores. Heading over to the quest board is another daily chore now. We gotta get that quest, even though I'm not really completing many of them. And then I headed on over to the anvil to see how many copper bars we can make. Hopefully enough to make another tool. I have got enough to make another tool, and I've decided to go with the sword, because why not? We're gonna need to fight bigger and harder enemies soon, so a better sword is needed. I spend the rest of the day looking around Mistria, foraging, diving, collecting anything that I can donate or keep for myself to sell. I also found this big fish. He's a big fish. It is now nighttime and it is Friday, and I remembered to go to the inn. I love going to the inn. It's so much fun. There's so many great stories, so make sure you do come here and don't be like me and forget every Friday. Now that we're done at the inn, it is time to head on home. We still have quite a lot of our stamina bar left, so I want to clear some more area on my farm. Also means we have more stone and wood, and then we're going to head to sleep as soon as our energy bar is depleted. We are nearly close to level 21, and then today is Saturday, so it is market day. Of course, before we can go to the market, we need to tend to our crops, so I give them a good water, and then head on into town to check the quest board to claim our daily quest, and then went and spoke to every single person at the market. I also use this as an opportunity to hand in a few of the quests that I have, and then decided to head down the mines for the rest of the day to see how many levels we could get down this time. We made it to level 15, which I think is amazing. Hopefully we can do the other 5
real soon. I handed in whatever I had to the museum, and because I was out of stamina, I went home to go to bed. And we leveled up our town ranking. We are now level 21. Now today is Sunday,
and it is raining, so we don't need to water our crops today, but my daffodils are grown. I head into town to pick up a reward and also our daily quests from the board. Another quest to add to the list. On my way to the mines, I bump into my lovely future husband, March, and I also decided to craft some more copper bars because we need to get those tools upgraded. I decided it was finally time to upgrade the watering can. It's quicker to water the crops, it's needed. Look at me go with my little copper bar on my head. I run into the shop because we do need to purchase some more seeds because we've grown our turnips and we've also grown our daffodils, so we need to fill those little plots that I have. So we buy 9 of each of those and head back to the farm to plant them. Then I decided to go and collect my water chestnuts. I want to keep on top of these because they only grow for, I think it's 3 seasons of the year, and the berries obviously only grow for 1 season. Anyway, we donated some more stuff to the museum and then I headed back down the mines to see if we can progress any further. I'd like to get to level 20, and we did it. We got to level 20 and there's a mysterious room. It's very odd looking and there's like little claw hands at the side. Something about a water sill. So I walk towards the platform and there's a tablet with unknown language inscribed upon it. We think that Eland might be able to translate it. So we grab a water tablet rubbing. I now need to go and find Eland. But first, let's open this chest. It is full of copper ore and a mine shelf, which I don't think I'm going to use, so I'm probably going to end up selling it. It's not to the cute flower aesthetic that I want. We find Eland in the inn and I hand him the rubbing of the tablet. And he's very excited that I've asked for his help to help me translate it. I couldn't think of anyone better. He takes me to his office in the manor and I love the aesthetic in here. I love the rug in the middle of the room. Oh my gosh, I'm going to live with you, Eland. I might have competitor for March. He's not too sure about the translation, so I suggest that we go and ask Juniper. So we head to Juniper's bathhouse. We're greeted by Dozy though. Look at sweet Dozy. We explain to her what we have found and she is very keen and eager to help us out. She takes us into the back room of her house where she starts to try and translate the tablet. She wants to see any future rubbings that I get from the mines before anybody else, and I guess we'll do that. She's letting me know what we now need to give to the shrine for it to open to the next room. Now I'm starting to regret selling or donating everything that I found in the mine, and you'll see in just a second. The things we need to give to the shrine are a lantern moth, a ruby, a stone loach, and upper mines mushroom. Anyway, we still have a bunch of stamina left, so I'm gonna head to my farm, chop down some more trees, get rid of some more rocks, and then head to bed. Our town ranking just went up tiny little smidge. Now it's day 22 of spring. We're watering our crops like we do every single morning, heading into town, checking the quest board, and then also going to the little box outside the mill. Why did I forget about this quest? I just did. Anyway, Ulrich wants to have this as a quest, so I got him the item he wants. I think it's like a miner's pickaxe or whatever it was. And then I ran down to level 20 to donate a ruby and a mushroom, which I already had. So I had 2 things. I had 1 thing to donate to the museum, which gave us some more rewards. We got these little trousers and also the chest. I spent the rest of the day foraging because we just don't have a lot of stamina left. And then I went to sleep. And there we go. We've leveled up to level 22 now. How exciting. Day 23 is here and the season is fast approaching the end. We're going to pick our tulips, water our crops, and our strawberries are grown too, so we're going to pick those and sell them. Now let's head on into town. I want to make some more copper bars. I spent yesterday grabbing these in the mine, so hopefully we got enough to upgrade some more tools. I decided to upgrade the fishing rod, but we don't have enough to upgrade another tool after this. I head to the quest board to claim our daily quest and then head on over to the little box outside the mill because we finally have enough stuff to build the mill, which is very exciting. First of all, I claim my reward for my renown and then we go and speak to the lovely Adeline. We let her know we have gathered all the resources to fix the mill and the cash, and then they get to work. Look at Rice go. He's the only one working on this. I'm pretty sure Hayden could help, but he didn't. And there it is, as good as new. Beautiful she is. After that, I went and spoke to my 2 boyfriends, Rias and March. And then I went back down the mines because I need to get those last 2 things from the mine so that we can progress. I found the moth, which is one thing I was looking for, donated that straight away, but I'm still looking for a stone loach. This is where the fun part comes in. This stone loach ends up being the death of me. Anyway, we run out of stamina, so I head on home and go to sleep. We didn't upgrade our renown today. And now it is day 24. We have some mail. Oh, Hayden has invited us for tea. You bet we're gonna go there as soon as we watered our crops today. We are finished, so off we go. I'm so excited. I hopped over the fence and in we go to Hayden's house. Hello, Hayden. Thank you for inviting me for tea. Just me and you and Henrietta. Oh, how I love Henrietta. She's the only woman I'd share you with. Anyway, since we had a lovely tea at Hayden's and he didn't instantly ask me to be his girlfriend, which is just rude, I went to the quest board and picked up our daily quest. And then guess what? Headed back down to the mines to hopefully find our fish. I fished and all I found was shrimpies. After using up all my salmon for the day, I just did a little bit of foraging on the way back to my farm, cleared some of my grass with my sword, and then went to bed. It was an early night for me. The next morning is here and we're watering our crops. Our turnips and our cabbages were also done. I had to donate a cabbage to the museum, so off I went to do that, and also an artifact that I found on the way. And then I went back down the mines to, guess what? Find our fish again, which I didn't find. I was out of stamina again and I decided to go and get my free soup from the inn. I then made some more trail mix in the kitchen. I really should buy my own kitchen soon. I'll probably think about doing that. And then went to claim my reward that I forgot to collect this morning and my daily quest. These quests are really mounting up. I should tackle them soon. And then it was time to go to bed because there's nothing else we could do without any energy. And now it is Friday, so it's Friday night in the inn. Let's see if I remember to go. We had a lovely letter from Adeline that we have to go meet her again for our next project, and we also had a recipe from Nora. I watered my strawberries, that's the only crop that I have left, in the hopes that I would get one more lot of strawberries from it before the season ends. Adeline wants us to meet her outside of the manor with her brother, Eland. She wants us to help Mistria look beautiful again. The earthquake caused some damage around Mistria and she wants me to help tidy it up. The more people, the faster it will get done. We start off by fixing the town roads. Celine and Rena then join us outside the museum to help get rid of all the rock and debris outside of the doors. It's blocking the way and looking really messy. And then a bunch more of other townsfolk decide to join us to help clear the way of these stairs. Even March comes along. Now that all the stairway is clear, we have access to this beautiful clifftop view. I can't wait to come up here and just stare out and stand here and that's it. It is beautiful though, I really do like it. I wonder if it will be a date area. I wonder if we'll get that far. After we finished beautifying Mistria, I found access to the lemon tree. Yes, we finally have lemons. And then guess what I did? I went down the mines to hunt for that fish again. Yep. And I didn't succeed. Nope, no fishy today. Still have to look the next day. Honestly, it's driving me crazy at this point. I run out of energy, so I decided to go straight to bed. Our town has ranked up again. We are now officially level 24. The 27th is Saturday, which is market day. We woke up, watered the crops, the daily chores, went to the town and talked to everyone at the market. I love market day because everyone is together and it's just easy to find them. I then, guess what, went down the mines to find that fish again, and would you believe it, we found it. We finally found the stone loach, and you bet I went straight down to level 20 to donate it and offer it to the stone, which then unlocked this door. But before we could go through the door, a magical priestess appeared. I would love to know more about her. I can't wait to find more about her in the future updates and in the future of this game because she's so mysterious and pretty. She did drop a heart crystal, which I quickly ate, and it gives you extra health. It upgrades your health bar. I then thought, I'll have a little peek in this new mine, and absolutely not. Nope, everything was trying to get me. Absolutely no. I went back to my farm and the dragon statue wanted to speak to me. So I went and spoke to him about how we've opened the water cell and now he can grant us a new spell. It will summon a brief rainstorm on my farm, which will water all my crops. But of course, that will use some of my mana and I would like to keep it for mainly my stamina for now. But thank you for the lovely spell, Calderus. He goes on to explain about the 5 seals in total that we need to unlock all the magic of Mistria and regain his full power. I hope him gaining his full power is a good thing. I guess we'll find out. After that, I realized I had a full stamina bar, so I might as well use it and get rid of some more stuff around my land, but it got too late, so I had to go to sleep. Now today is day 28. This is the last day of spring. We have a lovely letter from March, which I thought was going to be a lovely letter, but it's just letting me know that now I can have iron tools, which I was hoping it would be a letter for a date, but there we go. I cleared some more around my farm. I started to dig a pathway as well, and then started to feel really sleepy. So I thought, you know what, we might as well start making this farm look nice and designed since we don't really have any crops growing at the moment because there's no point since it's the last day of the season. I added a pink chest, which I will be making another one of those, and I added some nice fencing along the back here. We ended up with 2 chests in the end. This is all I could make, but that's absolutely fine for now. And I just wanted to move some of my stuff around. I then remembered that I hadn't gone into town yet to claim my reward or to claim my daily quest. So I quickly went and did that, and then I headed on home because I was out of energy and went to bed to end the season of spring.